Hey guys, what's up? It's Dusty here, back with another crypto video, and it has been a crazy day in the crypto community once more, and today I'm going to be reporting on some really interesting things that happened with XRP, but also guys, we are giving away $250 worth of XRP, and all that you have to do to enter this giveaway is press the like button on this video right now, comment something down below, and make sure you have the notification bell on. That is it. That's all you need to do to enter, and if we hit 400 likes in 24 hours, we're giving that away. XRP erupts on Ripple's Icelandic acquisition. The Algrim acquisition will help Ripple expand its product suite. XRP prices have surged following the news that Ripple has acquired Algrim, a cryptocurrency trading firm based in Iceland. The token had previously been trading near the 24-cent mark following the sudden sell-off early last week. That changed at approximately 9 GMT Monday when XRP began to rise, peaking at nearly 26 cents per token at around 13 hours. The 2-cent gain amounts to nearly $1 billion increase in market cap, and at the time of writing, XRP was trading at 25.7 cents, up 8% from its start of the day. The surge coincides with today's announcement that Ripple has acquired the Icelandic cryptocurrency firm Algrim Consulting. The acquisition, for an undisclosed sum, will see all 6 of Algrim's engineers join Ripple to work on the company's RippleNet product suite from their offices in Reykjavik. According to Amir Sarangi, Ripple's VP of products, the team was chosen for its proven expertise in digital assets, and today's acquisition means that the engineers can turn immediately to work on expanding RippleNet's cross-border payments corridors and contribute to the on-demand liquidity product. The news comes on the same day that a consortium of cryptocurrency companies, including Coinbase, Kraken, and Bittrex, announced the creation of the Crypto Rating Council (CRC), a framework that applies the Howey test to cryptocurrencies. The council hopes to receive official recognition as a means to determine whether a digital asset is a security. Ripple has repeatedly denied that XRP is a security, and going so far to tell a journalist not to call the token Ripple, but the CRC website identifies multiple traits including security-like language and a marketing campaign that suggests an opportunity to earn profits, which make XRP more similar to a security than any other leading digital assets. So yeah, I mean not any, but other leading digital assets. But while the market considers the Algrim purchase a buy signal, concerns about XRP's continued regulatory uncertainty are likely to remain on the sidelines and are likely to be stirred up just a little bit once more. I think an acquisition like this does very well for the general community's enthusiasm and the general community's trust in the whole system and the project and the team. But the threat here of the CRC is definitely apparent, is definitely there, and I definitely think we will also be hearing from this a little bit more as we go on within these months. Do I think it is a serious threat? Well, in direct sense, no, as I do not think that they will count XRP as a security. But why do I think you should not underestimate it? It's because of one of the last parts that they said here. Ripple has repeatedly denied that they are security, but the CRC website identifies multiple traits, including securities-like language and a marketing campaign that suggested an opportunity to earn profits, which again make XRP more similar to a security than other leading digital assets. That they mention it like this within this article, and that it became kind of clear from the CRC's whole context, is, in my opinion, a little bit of a threat, yet I'm not taking it too seriously yet because, I'm still convinced that they will figure it all out, but again, that's why we should be having it in the back of our heads. Now, before we move on with a little bit more of Ripple, make sure you guys go ahead and subscribe right now because I know a lot of you guys are just watching this, without being subscribed, but you should keep yourself up with the crypto news to make the most amount of profit. We also have a crypto trading group on Facebook. Make sure you check them out. You should also press the like button on this video right now because you are getting some valuable info. Something like that, I don't even know what to say. You should just press it, man. So before we get into Ripple, ignore Bitcoin price drop. McAfee sticks to the 7-figure BTC price prediction. So McAfee, John McAfee, if you've never heard of that security before, or like the security company of computer stuff, McAfee, then you've been living under a rock. It's a pretty popular thing, and McAfee always had those annoying pop-ups that was kind of installed on every old computer, and it would never go away. It was very annoying. But yeah, McAfee sticks to his Bitcoin guns. So McAfee is a guy that is pretty known in the cryptocurrency space, mostly for some crazy shoutouts and some crazy projects that he supported for money. But in a recent tweet, McAfee asserted to his thousands of followers, I guess around 1 million of followers, that they should ignore this drop in Bitcoin's price, and that he believes that the cryptocurrency will hit 50,000 in the medium term. But that is not all. No, ignore this drop in Bitcoin price. I'm firmly with Peter Brandt in his medium-term 50K price prediction. I'm also firm on my $1 million price by the end of 2020. Stop wringing your hands, watch God returns, or woo your spouse, or finish off the drug stash. All is well. Trading legend Peter Brandt expects Bitcoin to hit 50K, yada, yada, yada. So McAfee is still on his 1 million price prediction, which a lot of people did not really expect. I personally also did not expect him to stay by it, as I think he has to eat his weeby or his shoe or socks or something crazy if it does not hit the price that he expected. This could be 250,000 at the end of 2020 or 1 million at the end of 2020. I don't quite remember exactly which one he bet it for, but it's still definitely quite crazy. Now, while McAfee sure seems confident on that call, having doubled down on it on multiple occasions over the past 2 years, some price models show that Bitcoin's $1 million price is not possible. Entrepreneur, engineer, and Bitcoin optimist Howard Christopher Berger recently released an article on Medium titled Bitcoin's Natural Long-Term Power Law Corridor of Growth. And in it, the analyst laid out a model that shows that Bitcoin fits into a natural power law price corridor, which has been tightening over time from a logarithmic perspective. It predicts that the Bitcoin price will not reach $1 million per BTC until 2028 at the earliest, which may be a sobering thought for advocates of the McAfee thesis. Yeah, I mean, he's actually predicting that these halvings are going to be having to do a lot with it. So even one on Alice Plan B's price model for Bitcoin, which is deemed to be quite optimistic, yet still logical, doesn't predict that Bitcoin will hit $1 million in the coming 18 months. His model, in fact, predicts that Bitcoin is most likely to hit that lofty price point somewhere after the 2024 halving, not 4 years prior to that. We're going to be seeing, guys. We're going to be seeing. We have not too much to say about it because we just don't know what's going to be happening to the Bitcoin price. All we know that it's doing relatively okay right now in a broader sense, but not exactly where we want it to be at yet. Ripple announces new algorithm acquisition dedicated to the adoption of XRP. Now, I actually read these articles in a different fashion. I first started out with this article and then later checked out, some like XRP Erupts. I was like, what's going on? But then I checked this article out and I noticed that I did have a little bit of a different opinion when reading this article first than the other article, but I did the other way around for a reason. Ripple announces new algorithm acquisition dedicated to the adoption of XRP. Now you can see a little bit of a different standpoint. In this case, it kind of puts it out there that XRP is just exploding, and they explain what's going on, right? And then further within the story, you kind of get what it is. But they mostly put a lot of focus on the regulatory side of it, right? And I think that this part, the dedication to the adoption of XRP and really spreading XRP around the world, is not emphasized well enough, so to speak. So, as part of his expansion plan, Ripple's now announced yet another acquisition. Again, that's a pretty bold statement again. It's part of an expansion plan. Ripple wants to grow out there, and that's why they got another company. The company has acquired Icelandic-based crypto firm Algrim. Its team will add 6 engineers to Ripple with a focus of integration with partner cryptocurrency exchanges. Also, that part I did not completely understand. Like, do they mean now that CRC is also going to be working with Ripple in some sense, or what? Because I don't completely know what this part comes from. Algorithm previously developed a crypto trading platform that is integrated with over 30 markets, and prior to this, the team had been building traditional platforms and foreign exchange trading algorithms for over a decade. The idea is to further expand the company's cross-border payment corridors and contribute to the ongoing development of the Ripple's on-demand liquidity product. On-demand liquidity via Ripple's cross-border payment service XRapid leverages its digital asset XRP to transfer funds from one currency to, of course, XRP. And this allows the banks and financial institutions to avoid opening a bank account in countries that they want to send payments to. And also, it avoids people having to fund those accounts whenever they need the money there up front. We are big believers in XRP and the XRP ledger. and eager to help build the future of payments at Ripple, said Algorand CEO Dadi Armanson. Reportedly, a dozen customers are using XRP for cross-border transactions, and the company Amir Sangri, Ripple vice president of product, said wants to expand its ability to hire engineering talent as it moves to different parts of the world. It's all about expertise, Sangri said. This team hits the ground running as opposed to building out a team that has to gain this knowledge. Ripple hasn't disclosed the financial terms of the acquisition. With this purchase, though, the company has made its first expansion into Iceland. I mean, we knew a couple of places that Ripple was in already, like San Francisco, New York, London, Singapore, Mumbai, Sydney, and Sao Paulo. And this news came on the back of Ripple's investment arm Spring purchasing Logos Network. On Friday, the company revealed that the move brought 9 engineers to the Spring team that will build XRP-related DeFi products, and XRP enthusiasts are extremely excited, as XRP Research Center wrote on Twitter. Sit down and let this sink in. Ripple acquisition of Logos Network and Algorand implied the acquisition of 2 engineering teams with in total 15 new engineers who are going to be joining the team, who are going to be full-time dedicated to the development and adoption of XRP. The news had XRP price surging by 8.27% while trading at 25.8 cents. Right now we're at 25.66, and I'm actually not expecting the price to really keep gaining or to stay at the top here. Even though the general crypto market here is moving quite positively, I'm not too sure exactly what they are planning to do, and I'm also kind of debating on what my exact strategy is going to be right now. One thing that I do know, though, and that I do think everybody should think about as well, is how the adoption is now flowing along, guys. They're making acquisitions after acquisition. They're putting up engineer after engineer here. 15 engineers in a very short amount of time that they just added to the team. What else is there to come? Right? And I'm making this kind of emphatically. I don't know if that's a word even in English. I'm trying to put emphasis on this. That's what I'm trying to say with that. Because at first we were, of course, all kind of discouraged and kind of demotivated by the 220 total partnerships that they had Ripple, instead of, maybe closer to 300 that everybody expected. But you can see that they're still working, they're still getting people out, they're still getting more and more. And it's not just kind of a diminishing returns, or it's not just like disappointment that I'm seeing. I'm just seeing growth, right? And it might be, again, lower growth than you had expected, or it might be different growth in different sectors or in different companies that they invested in or different things that they do, but they're constantly growing, constantly developing, constantly evolving with new things. And that's what's so great about XRP. You can never say that they're stagnant. You can never say that Ripple took another 3 days off without any major announcement here. This type of stuff is what can really break the internet if it were to fall into the right media outlets online, because this stuff is really quite huge if you see it from a broader perspective here. I mean, just a couple of engineers joining Ripple, it's not the craziest thing in the world, right? But then again, if you think about it, 50 new engineers in a snap like that, that's kind of crazy. And also, if you think about it, CRC here, giving some crazy thoughts on Ripple or on XRP could have some crazy effect on the whole world. I mean, Ripple could really do something, so it could have a lot of effect. You just have to think about that. And also, how I personally like to see it here is just how much Ripple, oh my days, can achieve, guys. It's something that sometimes scares me, how close they are to just breaking it all, breaking everything that we know and just changing it all for the better. Right? These guys that they're hiring here, they know what they're doing. And that's also one of the lines that they said here. They are not going for just some random ass dudes around the world. No. They're choosing these guys specifically because they know they can actually get stuff done really quickly. They know they have talent already. They know they can get to building really, rather than just kind of evolving in a smaller sense, like developing. They're really starting to build, biddle. They're really developing hard, and that's again what I'm pretty excited about. But guys, to not drag this video out any longer, make sure you go ahead and press the like button on this video right now. Make sure you enter the giveaway by just commenting something down below and having the notification bell on, and make sure you join the Facebook group and all the links in the description below. I will see you next time in another crypto video, and take care, everybody. Have a very nice day. This was not financial advice. Peace.